Okay, I think I'm just about ready to get started. Actually checking what song this was, I didn't recognize it. Oh, Lament of Innocence, that makes sense. I haven't played that. Hello Chris, hope you're doing well. Just talk briefly. So, there are a few things I want to try to get done. I don't think we're going to finish most of them today, but I'd like to at least start looking into these things. So I guess for now, we'll go in order. I might have to skip Miss Gates, we'll see. I'd like to create new sub-weapons. So I'm going to take at least a half hour, maybe 45 minutes experimenting with the weapon properties. So I think today the goal will be to probably come up with a cross and dagger alternative using what we already know. And maybe we'll go as far as Bible. And I think that would kind of round out the weapons a bit more. I'd have to rethink things like Ashes, Aguni, Holy Water. But I think otherwise we'll be covered. Having 5 out of the 8 or so isn't too bad. I'm actually gonna boot up the game, as is. We're officially in the next patch. Glad you're doing okay. We're gonna pause that theme. I'm gonna launch it. I hear sound, we'll continue. I hear it, but it's at like 1%. There we go. I think the goal here is to kind of mess around with the watch list a little bit to get a better understanding of what we could play with. So I have a pretty good idea of how we're going to do dagger. Cross, I'm pretty sure I know, but it's going to take some time because that one requires code to basically flip its velocity. Oh, chat, I can actually see what I'm looking for. We're opening up the particular entry made by God's Child. I didn't minimize this. I don't need to see the full instruction. I can read the chat just fine in the big monitor. We're probably going to lock our hearts into place. I'm going to be testing. Oh, we had like a pretty solid clear. I mean, like you can see like comparatively, we trimmed like over 30 minutes. Not bad, chat, not bad. I'll do from the entrance. I was just thinking about the best spot to use it. I don't want to go into a place with like a ton of enemies. For now, I'll freeze the heart count. I technically don't have to be in X armor to test it, but I think I'll actually take it off for the moment. I needed to figure out the modifier. That's dagger. I'm gonna try that eventually. Oh, can it not actually get up that high? Oh, it can, it can. Try this real quick. The axe went to heaven, that was weird. can make it drop straight down. Not sure what happens to that one. Is it actually like falling below us? Oh, it just clips out of existence. Cool. Out of curiosity. See how this goes in an arc in front of us? If I flip this, what does it do? Does it turn around midair? No, it gets confused. Gonna make things a bit more complicated. So I can't flip that. That would make cross a bit more complicated. I think this is a real address. I'm actually going to delete this. Just make a note of this. Yeah, I don't think the ones that are always 0, I don't think it ever references, so if I modify them, it doesn't do anything. Oh, look at that speed. Okay, we could use this for the dagger. But, like, what is, like, the limit on the speed? Oh my, that just, like, clips. It might be too fast. Hello, Calvishim. Hope you're doing well. Oh, but it has to flip based off of facing. Alright, let's take some notes, chat. So, we're gonna have our version of dagger. It's not gonna function exactly like dagger. Let's make some notes. 07 for B62. And when facing right. Thank you, Calvishim, for subscribing. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. So... I'm trying to do math in my head and it's not working. I mean, I could just set this arbitrarily to, like, F0. My brain doesn't want to do base 16 at the moment. It's like, what is minus 10 if the offset is that? Okay. So what I should be able to do here, I don't have to worry about the exact hex value, but it looks like FF is either -1. Actually, I'm pretty sure FF is -1. I take that back. So plus 10 when right, minus 10 when left. I can handle that. That way we would have a consistent speed. So we can have a sort of fast dagger. using the axe animation. It goes very quickly. Although, I don't know if I want the arc to go as quickly. What do you say, chat? Should I straighten up the arc a little bit? We didn't like that. It's still falling somewhere. Come on, axe. Fall off screen eventually. There we go. Yeah, that is a fast axe. I can run it underneath me, interestingly. Oh, if you don't let go of the vertical, it never despawns? So I do have to let go of it eventually. Interesting. This axe is just permanently in memory until I unfreeze it. Trying to think if I'd appreciate a more downwards arc or not. I probably would. I want it to go fast, though. I want this to be like, if you want to burn your hearts, you can burn your hearts. What is chat thinking? I feel like it should still have an arc. I don't feel like it should be a carbon copy of Dagger. Generally speaking, I don't want to ever aim upwards in this game, because most things are my height or lower. This would actually cover ground a bit easier. Let me write down this coordinate. So we're gonna set this to FF or 255. That time I could do hex math because that's easy. I could change where it starts, maybe. We'll see. I think that's all I really need for Dagger. That wasn't too bad. We'll keep it at the 10 speed. That way it's on screen for a little bit. And because it angles downwards, it despawns faster. Versus angling up. And again, it hits like an interesting angle. Because it'll end up covering my feet at the distance, which is probably preferred against small enemies. If I have to hit something my height, I just jump. And by my height, I mean like above my height. I feel like that kind of makes sense. Okay. So we'll try that for Dagger. Now let's think about... Bible should be pretty straightforward. Right, so you want something like... Unfreeze, or not unfreeze. This. Oh, interesting. It just goes to heaven when I do that. I mean, like, I could do that. It's falling somewhere. There we go. Oh my gosh, let me rename this, please. Thank you. I think both of these are related to the vertical position. It's just that it's not usually relevant to change the second vertical position. I don't know what these two are. I think it's just a buffer. Like, I could see it occasionally changes. I think this might be the despawn code, if I had to guess. Like, if we were to freeze this and put this at 1, this just caused the axe to despawn immediately. Oh, this is also positional? See if I could see it just off screen? Well, that's weird. The answer, this is always 0, is not true. I'm actually gonna make this unknown, but usually 0. You can see it has something to do with the graphic. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, I know what this does now. Wait a minute. I just realized. Epiphany chat. I think I might be able to fix the stopwatch. Right? Because it's like... if I throw it here, it'll... yeah. Ooh, but how do I get that to time properly? Okay, so there's a mechanic, chat, where you could throw a weapon in one room, and if you walk through the door transition, it actually ends up in the other room. That's a vanilla behavior. It just doesn't really come up that often. Like, see how it wrapped around there? Like, I don't know if you knew this was a thing. By the way, this is real. This is vanilla. I'm not doing anything with it. So I think one of these has to do with the door transition. Isn't that crazy, though? Did you know you could do this? It has, like, no practical purpose the majority of the time, but yeah, it'll wrap. Although now it's not triggering. Is it only when it's, like, falling that happens? Weird. Yeah, I guess what's happening is, okay, so I think... okay. It's not unknown, so this is screen wrap. 1, 2, here. 0 to RAM. I think that might be a more accurate statement. Yeah, you could do this in vanilla. It's just, it doesn't normally... it's kind of hard to explain. It's kind of like you throw it and then you walk through the doorway. That's where you would normally see it in vanilla. You could teleport it to the other side. See that? Like, this is vanilla behavior right here. You might be able to do from, like, the far left without the screen transition in vanilla, but this is, like, the 100% intended. You could do this. I don't know what purpose this would serve. But in theory, chat, that means, like, if I freeze this value, you can have some really goofy things happening. that means I can make it persist. So might kind of a weird thing. I might have to put persist / screen wrap. It's like it kind of does that. I love it showing up on the other side. I confused the game chat. I was like in between the doorway. There we go. Like that, chat. Again, it like serves no purpose the majority of the time. Oh, is FF screen trip? Hold on. I'm curious. The one might be to the right. Is FF to the left? Let's freeze it at FF, actually. I don't know what this does. See, we're learning together, chat, the nuances of the Subweapon. I don't know what that's doing. It's like breaking the graphic, but it's still throwing it. I'm gonna unfreeze. It'll be 1/FF for right / left disappear. 0 to persist. It'd be a big note. I'm gonna go off stream. I mean, I guess I could move this over more. Yeah, I guess there's no reason not to. Gonna go in for a little journey, chat. What I could do, trim that a little more, a little cleaner. Don't really need this bottom part. Up the size just a tiny bit more. And stretch. Close enough, chat. Well, I guess I could technically do something like this. Yeah, see that? It's like, it's so long. We'll keep it like that for now. It's a little cleaner. Oh, I just saw you're continuing the gift sub from Eldritch. So that'll make Eldritch happy as well. That's very interesting behavior. So I learned something. I don't know what the practical purposes of it is yet, but we're making some progress when it comes to this. We got Dagger. I think Bible is just going to be very straightforward. I'm going to require... Let me use this as a guide. We're going to lock in the horizontal position. We'll lock in the vertical position. To see how it's like suspended in the air. Mess with it a little bit. I'm thinking, chat, if I were to give like a rough estimation. Yeah, this is for the Axe Lord armor weapon. It'll be like there-ish. And the thought process is, chat, I'm gonna have one on like all 4 cardinals, so you could just kind of walk into them with the axe. This is gonna do a greatly reduced damage, but it's gonna make you basically immune to projectiles, which is kind of cool. Like, technically you could try to crouch behind it. I might have it update the horizontal position. I want it to track the player. Thinking it'll track the player. So let's write down some coordinates. So 07 B 4 B 5 equals vertical lock. And then we need 07 for B 5A. This will be horizontal lock. Is this going to be fixed time or until hearts run out, players deactivate it? That's a good question. I could have it infinite and you just keep doing it once summoned. I don't know. What do you think would be better, Calpicium? Like, I definitely think it should very slowly adjust to the player. Most of the time, if the player's in the middle of the screen, it doesn't need to adjust. It's only like when you go off the center of the screen, they need to follow you. Yeah, I could probably make this adjust.
Perfect mayhem!
Welcome, Sestrin. Hope you're doing well. We're experimenting with Subweapons. I think this could be interesting. Timed would be better. Yeah, I was thinking so. New familiar? Sort of. We're inventing Subweapons, so we're talking about what we need for Axe Lord armor. So what else would the Bible need? The Bible would need to follow player X/Y coordinates. I think this one should be more tightly coupled. Now I have a question. If you leave the room, what happens? Oh, hold on. Wait, chat, this might actually be relevant. Ah. See that, chat? The new code that we figured out is actually relevant. So if we lock this into place, lock 0, 0 for root transition. So that means we can keep a sub-weapon out between rooms. I might apply this change to the stopwatch as well. So we're gonna put stopwatch. We can improve that. It'll have to have like a very loose follow. If in new room, that XY. I don't think that one should like tightly follow you, but we'll see. Well, I could just leave it as this for now. We'll see how I feel about that. We got dagger, we have an idea for Bible, stopwatch is good. What else could we touch? I imagine... Let's see, if we were to make a cross-esque weapon with the axe, what else would we do? I think we would have to unfreeze this. Oh! That's interesting. That is very interesting. Oh. I mean, it would be very unexpected. It's not what I was thinking of for cross, but I am kind of amused by it simultaneously. I mean, like, it still does damage. We might need to pump its speed up slightly. So, where did we say speed was? Yeah, see, that's FE at the moment. I could freeze this in place and then make this, like, FB. Make war show up and turn into an item crash. I mean, like, I could have you do, like, an item crash. I was thinking about that before. It's kind of like an interesting speed. So what would FB be in mathematics? So it would be C, D, E, F. I think that's -4. So to explain to Chris, item crashing is basically... Well, there's a couple different versions of it, but essentially there's kind of like a normal usage of the sub-weapon, like how I chuck the axe, but Richter can expend a lot of hearts. So you might remember in the beginning when I do the Symphony of the Night Dracula fight with Richter, I cause the rain to come down instead of throwing just the holy water. That's an item crash. It costs a lot more than its typical usage. I mean, I'm thinking about this. I mean, this would be interesting. It would be very unexpected. So this could be for cross or like a super version of it. That's pretty lethal. I mean, obviously we'd have to make it fall at some point, which is fine. I could put a manual timer in to make it fall. So either way, we would have to lock it vertically. Do speed. I think this is like about the right speed for cross. I mean, I could go like 1 slower, maybe. Yeah, like maybe -3. Yeah, we could... That might be okay. It's a little different. I mean, I could have it literally emulate the cross. I don't know. Oh, I mean, I guess I could probably have it emulate the cross a little more closely. I mean, it would still need the vertical lock. I think the speed would be right, but it would be like every 8 frames, decrease speed by 1. Now the question is, does it handle if I go the other way with the speed? Like if I put this at 2, for example, what does this do? No, see, that despawns. Oh, I have to flip the animation. Oh. Okay, so it is possible. It just... Okay. That's how you get it to work. When it's 0, does it matter what direction it faces? It does. Okay, see, that's something else we need to know. So right/neutral. See that, chat? We're learning all sorts of things about how they coded this. When it hits 0 speed, and it needs to go to 07 4 E63. And that has to equal 0 0. So I could do like a pseudo cross. I don't think I'd have the mechanic where it touches you and it disappears. I don't know. I'll think about it. As I said before, I don't know how closely I want that. I don't mind the idea of it like reversing direction after a while. I think that's important to do, and I think it would make it more interesting. But the question is like, what else would we need to do? Survival, I think we have figured out. Dagger, I think is complete. Cross, we have a couple variations. I'll think about it. So I think at minimum I want to add in Dagger and Bible, so that way we have 4 Subweapons, because technically Axe will be existing code. So we have 4 Subweapons currently in plan. Cross is like a experimental 5th. I could have something like you could purposely destroy your weapon for something. To like clear your sub-weapon, in case you don't like the sub-weapon. But I haven't decided what you would do if you had no sub-weapon. So technically I could make blank still a sub-weapon. It could be very cheap, for example, but not very powerful. Unfreeze the values so you can take a look at these again. So what's really unfortunate, chat, is I could not figure out a way to change the sprite of the axe. So I think we're almost done with the sub-weapons. I think we explored basically everything I had in mind. But we'll take a little more time to try to figure something out. I'm gonna make a save here because I feel like this is probably gonna crash the game. I'll save over this one. Like if I were to just freeze these and poke them to 0, what does it do? Seemingly nothing? Oh, it gets stuck at the bottom. Interesting. Not very useful. So this is all axe glow related. Can we remove this from the screen? Okay, good. No. Is it just here forever, chat? Go back to our save. Save over this one without the streaks of axe. That one goes so high up in the air. I don't know when you would ever use this one. It's so goofy. Look at that. Just go straight to heaven, chat. Oh, oops, I put in a literal value there. Oh, it didn't like that at all. Why did that freeze? Well, I guess if I literally want the speed... Getting FF. Be slow, chat. Oh well. I guess it doesn't matter to get the knife speed. Well, apparently it's 8. Interesting. Well, I could probably have it literally follow that to some extent. Out of curiosity. I'll try one thing, chat. I love how stretched the axe gets. See, like, it actually takes the behavior of the knife, but it uses the axe graphic. So what determines the sprite for this? Like, obviously it's looking weird because of the axe glow and stuff. Like, if I were to freeze this at 0, for example, I think it would behave better. Or those are not the ones I need to freeze. Good to know. Really? Why does it still switch it? Figure it out, Chan. Oh, that's not correct. I threw an Alucard. So I could have it behave exactly like the dagger if I want to. Interesting. So locking that in at 0, maybe this is the sprite to some extent. Very strange. But it's technically possible to have it behave like the other thing. So speaking of which, what does holy water look like? Hold on. If we lock in the ID, for example. Now I'm curious, chat. Do I have the activator for holy water? 1 second. Thought I had a master list somewhere. Give me 1 second. I do. So, like, what does holy water look like with the axe? Right, chat? Like, now I'm just kind of curious. So, like, this determines what AI to use. If I throw another axe, it should be fine. So instead of the AI, this could just be the sprite. The wolf, freeze this in place. So I just want to see if the inverse holds true. So if we tell this to go to 22. Oh, that does all sorts of weird things. I see the holy bottle falling. It doesn't make any contact with the floor, though. Very weird. Oh, that really breaks the graphic. Chad, it has no idea what to do. I mean, it could make the axe explode. It clearly doesn't know how to draw this. Oh, is it following the axe arc? Right? Because Holy Water would normally land in front of me, but because it's using the axe AI, it's actually throwing it. It just doesn't have a graphic. Like, it's arcing, like, up to here. Oh, that is weird. But yeah, it technically would be possible to summon this. I'm not sure what causes this to summon. Does it put, like, another entity in or something? Right? Like, where is that fire effect? The memory. Oh, it is doing that. Oh. Interesting. This should be possible to determine how to get the holy fire effect. Right, because we had the activator at which value? The 32 from the start? Could have been 32. I'm just gonna take this and add it manually. There's the start of the new entity. I mean, it makes sense that it's a separate object. And that also explains why the not hearts only. No, actually it's true. The hearts only 3 was only impacting the throw damage. I think this is something we talked about before. I just didn't realize that when you threw the fire, it was a different entity. So the damage codes for the sub-weapons, I could technically improve for Mayhem, because I know where they should spawn, because there's a certain number of reserved slots for the thrown weapons. The downside to that is I don't know if enemies potentially could take them up. I know the very first slot at the top, enemies can't take. But the slots after that, I'm not really sure. Anyway, I think plus 32, I think. Also, I didn't do that correctly. What is 32 in hex? 32 in hex is... Is this messing with me? Stop that. Why is it... Chat, why is the Windows calculator so dumb? I hit the clear button like 4 times and it kept adding my previous total when I was just hitting equals. Like, I didn't hit plus or anything. Ridiculous. Oh, it's 20. 20 in hex. Okay. So now I just need the base start of 7 for C10 plus 20. That should be 30. I guess that kind of makes sense. Does it not have an activator? That's very interesting. Did I just get the number wrong? 1 second. Oh, so it's 2 off from the 94. Okay. I think it was marked. This is 17. Is this an X? X. So in the 20, so it would be 19 equals holy water fire. Dang. See, I just want to experiment to see like how messed up the graphics are in case I want to reuse the logic. So I could, for example, I like flashed for a second there. That was like... Why does he glow purple when that happens? Also, can we talk about how fast that's throwing the holy water? Look how far over it's going. It's going up like this. Oh, did it run out of sprites? I think it did. I don't know why we glow purple, chat. To be real with you. But hey, we can make weird things happen. So what determines the AI of how this is used? That's where I'm not understanding it. Is it these things? Increase for now. I mean, I could do this in the reverse order. Where I could purposely do, I don't know, like poke 17. Actually, do I have cross? Cross is 8. Or is that the Holy Cross or Richter Cross? Oh, that's not the one I'm looking for. Nope, can't do that one. Does Richter Cross work? Oh no, that gets really messed up. Survey says no, chat. Not quite right. That doesn't look like Richter Cross. I don't think it knows what to do there. Okay, we'll do Ricochet Stone because I feel like that's another one I'm kind of interested in. Where is it? Should just be 20. Yeah, Richter Cross looking a little different today. We'll poke these values one at a time. And this completely crashes the game. Interesting. It really doesn't like that. It has no idea what to do. The axe is normally 10. So what if I do the inverse of this? What does it do? I wonder if because this is set to this. You're freaking out, chat? see where it is, though. I'm trying to move it. Oh, it like throws it and then it disappears immediately. Well, that's really broken, chat. It doesn't even show up. Like, again, this might have to do with the base sprite. And it just has no idea what to do. I think we killed the chat. We're not even throwing weapons anymore. Unfreeze. I mean, I can do the arm swing a lot. That's not gonna work. But if I unfreeze this, is it gonna behave as normal? No? We have nothing else frozen, right? Other than my sub-weapon modifier? Did we just break the game that horribly? Okay, let's unfreeze this. I noticed my heart count is flickering. This is trying to cost me some hearts. I don't think that fully comes up on stream. Wow, we broke it so hard I couldn't throw sub-weapons anymore, chat. I think this is gonna warrant more exploration, but I think I'm gonna move on for now. I have at least some sub-weapons. That'll be something I can work on, I think, between streams. We have a wraparound attack, a cross, a stopwatch, a Bible. We're gonna use the existing axe, and now we have a dagger. I could slow down the dagger, I guess. The only things I would need to do, I guess, to verify. I'll do one last test. So I just want to see if we use the speed that the normal dagger is at. Well, obviously that's not going to be any good we're going to make this 8, because I think that's the normal speed of the dagger. I didn't use the freeze. That was my fault. That was my I think that's too much of an arc. Interestingly, it sounds okay. What if I do 9 versus 10? How does that look? Probably okay. I think 10 is still probably the best, because it goes off screen so fast. I want you to basically, like, rapid fire it. Probably leave that as it. What's next up on the agenda? I guess we could take a look at Mistgates again. Or, if I have something near Akmadon, I'd rather do Akmadon. This'll probably do. We're gonna go ahead and ignore the watch first. I'm gonna switch it. Save changes, yes please. Alright. What I want to know, chat. Actually, I don't need to use Mayhem right now. I'm gonna play as regular Alucard for a little bit. I'm gonna pay attention to a couple of things, chat. Not where I'm looking. Where is what I'm looking? There it is. So I want to see the state and action combination for when you get thrown by Akmadon. I want to make sure you can't softlock on Akmadon. There were some weird things that were happening on a God's Child stream, and I just didn't have a chance to look into it, so I think today we're going to take a look into it. Yeah, you can basically freeze the game. Not freeze the game, but you can freeze the screen. I want to see what state that puts you in. My own future reference. So if 10 or 12 don't do it, okay, that's not too bad. I could put in a code for that. If you're getting hit as Alucard, don't let you untransform in the air. Actually, does that count as big toss? Hold on. Now I just have more questions. For future reference, let's say chat wanted to big toss me. I could force myself into Alucard's big toss state, right? So technically, chat, I can bring back Slam for Mayhem for Axe Armor. I think chat would be very sad if they could not slam me randomly. We're gonna keep a careful eye on the state and action combo. So it is just 10 and 3. So like, okay, if I were to lock myself in this state by itself, what does it do? That's the only other thing I need to know. That poisons me? Why? What? But why though? Why is this not freezing, by the way? It's because, did Mayhem activate or something? That opened, oh, I did open that, that's true, I didn't slam. We had to redo. I think it's 10 and 3. 10/3. 10 state. 3 action equals slam. Yeah, it might be possible. So this should fix Aquadon. I just have to say, if your state is 10 or 12, ignore it. Like, if you're dumb enough to get hit, probably lock you at Alucard. I'm like, just don't crouch in front of the mummy, chat. Just don't do it. So I think that's Aquadon done. I don't think I need anything more complicated. Honestly, that check is so simple, I almost feel like testing it on stream. It's like a one line of code change. I literally just have to say, like, when you let go of down, end this state, etc., etc. So I guess we could take a look at miss gates. Do I have anything near a gate at all? No, I don't. That is unfortunate. I'm like not near any gates other than this one, but this is not the one I want to test. Let me reset. I think this is the one where I had every warp. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make some saves. I think I need something near Silver Ring, and I want to test Silver Ring a bit more thoroughly. Ugh, Silver Ring is so far away, chat. Brutal. For my future reference, I know F3 is okay to overwrite, but like, what were the other save states that I have? That one's okay. That one's okay. I don't think I need any of these. I mean, I could keep the elevators, I guess. Oh, that's right. I have to fix this at some point. This is on the to-do list. We're gonna fix adventure mode, hopefully this patch. I don't need this one. Elevators are fixed, I think. Oh, okay. Let's make this a mist gate, and we'll do some checks. So I want to do something using 2 different styles of mist gates, so I guess that kind of works for me for the moment. We're gonna enter Mayhem, and then I'm gonna take a look at what we could do to kind of deduce what kind of mist gate we're at. I'm noticing people are still clipping out of bounds with the mist gate, even though I put in a couple safety checks on, I would say, the ones that are more prone to clipping you out of bounds. but there has to be like a better way to do it. And I think Silver Ring is probably one of the few ones where I could probably do something different. Oh, actually, that reminds me. Gravity boots. If at top of screen. I'll leave that for now. I was thinking about if I wanted to keep Alucard on screen, but I'm like, I would have to look into see how. I imagine what is happening is that you go really fast, but the moment you touch at the top of the screen, it probably reduces your speed. The question is like, how does that trigger? Like, see how it's like really fast there? But then like when I was near the top of the screen earlier, it just kind of kept me in place. I'd have to look into that a bit more. But that's not, I think, a high priority compared to what we're working on. Okay, at least I explored Silver Ring before, because I was like, I have no idea where it is relative to me. You see how it feels like I'm really not moving as high up, even though the camera's locked? Does he have... He doesn't have Spike Breaker? Give me a second, chat. Which one was Spike Breaker? Where is my armor index? I think it was it 50? No. I'll find it eventually, chat. It's in here somewhere. Actually, you know what would be easier? I'm gonna open this up in the hex editor and just increment. Why does that shortcut not work for me? I'm hitting the plus, but it's not incrementing. Do I have to do like shift plus or something for this to work? Yes, that's not working for me. That's annoying. Because I know there's like an increment decrement. So I could at least see like what these are. Oh, Mojo Mail was 15. That's what I was trying to. I could see all the armors of the game. There's Axe Lord. There's sunglasses. We went too far. I mean, I could equip sunglasses and feel cool. Completely mess up your stats, chat. Just put inappropriate items in there. No, I think what we need to do... Oh, it's in Hex. So, oh yeah, I don't remember what the Hex is for Spike Breaker. Let's find out together, though. It'd be relatively low on the list. Slowly going through all the armors in the game. Full plate's pretty solid. Wow, all the plates are right in the beginning. I guess that kind of makes sense. Imagine Spike Breaker is like right after this one. Wait, so I was right. It was 15. Do I just have like the wrong... Oh, no, my bad. E is 14. I was off by 1, chat. I was off by 1. I thought it was 15. I think that was Mojo Mail. Oh, well, it's 14 for future reference. Anyway, we now have Spike Breaker. Kill the spikes as I go to test. Do a save state here. That's fine. Oh, I killed the Coliseum save. Oh, that's unfortunate. That was kind of at a good save. Cool. Now, let me close the X editor since I think it's lagging the game slightly. It does not like that. I'm gonna destroy these. Unfortunately, I don't know what actually causes the spikes to be destroyed other than literally the spike armor index. I could not find a value. It's like a cool effect. I'm just thinking about it, chat. What could we do here to not go out of bounds? How the game determines if you're in an object or not. Like, see how I can't untransform there? I'm hitting the miss button, but it forces me out. Also, the miss is really hard to get. Yeah, see that? Like, it forced me out again. I wonder if it's possible to catch the change. I'm curious if I can use whatever it's checking here to force me out of the wall. I have a couple different theories. The game is really thinking about that. Let's say everything is equal to. Well, listen to that lag. It hates that, chat. It's like, what are you making me do? So I have less values to look at now, which is good. Let me delete these. A little less finicky. Let me close a couple things because it's gonna be very mad at me for a bit. That helps with the performance. Just because I'm looking at Hex, so it's gonna be kind of stuttery. And I guess I could close that as well. That did improve the performance. We close this. And let's see, I think it's RAM search. There we go. It didn't like having all those things open, it just closed a few. Values. I don't think I've ever seen these before. What do these do? Oh. Locked in place. Is this where the mist is? If I unfreeze, it'll work? Huh. But like, what happens if I freeze like half of these and then mist? What does it do? Very curious, Chan. Oh. Whoa, hold on. Did you see that? Oh. Is this the collision box? Did I finally find the collision box I've been looking for this entire time? I just arbitrarily found it? You see how he didn't, like, quite spawn where he should have? So which one made me clip through the floor is the question. I could freeze like a few of these, for example. Oh, so that locks me in a specific state, so we'll unfreeze those. Would I freeze these two? And that let me clip through the floor. Interesting. So if I unfreeze these, do I still clip through the floor? No, I don't. Interestingly, it could still interact with the spikes. I forgot that was a thing. If I lock those in place, I can't unfreeze. So which one makes me unfreeze? Just that one? I can see when I hold L1 to untransform, it's running the number down there. Hello, Sticky Keys. We meet again. Interesting. Is this like where I'm physically positioned? If I do something like, I don't know, if I freeze this in place. No, it seems about the same. Not feeling any difference. But that definitely puts me through the gate. Like, it definitely messes with how I untransform. I'm really curious about this. If I put this to 0, what does the game do? It immediately fought me. Okay, what if we freeze it and put it to 0? Interestingly, nothing. What if I put them at 1? So, this seems to somehow offset my position, but only like in mist. I don't know how helpful that is. So, like, I think it might be worth revisiting these, but I think I'm gonna give up in a couple minutes. Yeah, see, I'm looking to, like, go through the ceiling, but not go through the ceiling. Also, interestingly, that also locks me in place for some reason. I don't know what this does, if anything. Still not seeing what I'm generally looking for. They're disappointing still. I mean, OA, I guess, is somewhat mist-related, so if I want to look more into the mist code, I could go back here, maybe. Or are these still locked? Yeah, unfreeze these. I like how it, like, knows I'm out of bounds, so it pushes me back in. I wish I could have that kind of effect in general. Because I think the big thing that stops me from getting stuck is that the character's, like, collision box is wider. But, like, it'll force me further out than normal. See what I mean? Like, I'm hitting L1 to cancel miss, but it forces me to go at least a character width away. I'm trying to figure out how that's done. So there's some things I can do in this room to kind of emulate that to an extent. This room is going to be tricky. Also, I'm curious about one thing. I'm going to turn on the X armor mode briefly. Also, please don't have Spike Breaker. Oh, I did.
What?
Big oops, chat.
What?
Yeah, see, like, that right there is something I want to prevent. What's so... Wait.
What?
Like, you could go through this, but curiosity. Oh, well, let me go higher than that. Oh, because I only let left and, like, right click activate. Yeah, it, like, pops you out. There's, like, unfortunately, there's, like, that little gap, like, right in the middle. Well, that's a very glitchy mist. I mean, I'm glad it kind of works.
What?
See, like, if you're just holding L1, it's not possible. It's just that, like, people keep, like, jumping here, and then they, like, run out of MP. It's kind of annoying. They're playing it wrong, chat. It's really easy to not go through that floor, but, like, if you go in at, like, 6 MP, you're going to clip through, because you need at least 6 to go through. How do I prevent this? Wow, I got hit multiple times out of that. That was gross. Yeah, because there's, like, a little gap. It's, like, literally 4 pixels, but because it's still possible to land in it, because your collision box isn't wide enough. See, like, I started falling through there. See what I mean? Then you're just kind of stuck for a while. I mean, you can, like, come inbounds again. It's not, like, impossible to come back. But it's still, like, you probably shouldn't fall there. Also, what's wrong with our Chrysogram? Why is it, like, tilted? That's not quite right, chat. Why is it all weird like that? Or is this not a Chris? Oh, it's a Vorpal.
What?
That might be why. No, he didn't really have any ideas. He didn't end up completing the run, unfortunately. He clipped out his silver ring. Which I was like, come on, really? I said before, like, it's really easy to not do that. You just hold L1. I don't know. Like, even if you do this, like, you have to, like, literally let go of it. Get through. I mean, to fall. Like, I had to do that on purpose. Like, I as a player do not naturally want to let go of L1, so I have to think about this. What else could I do? I could do the check. Well, that's not what I wanted. go back into Axe Armor real quick. I wish I had Spike Breaker. Kind of annoying that I don't have it. I deleted it with the code. So I could do a log current statement here. And that'll give me the Y position. So for Silver Ring, for now, set MP minimum 6. Light to max. So, I mean, this room isn't like the hardest thing to fix, but I kind of wanted something more universal. So I fixed Coliseum, I think, already, and Library. So now we're just adding it to Silver and Reverse Silver Ring. I'm gonna close the logs. Let's take a look at this. Like, where was I relative in the room? 131. I could say if greater than 131, give infinite MP. Just in case you somehow clip out. As I said before, I feel like just sometimes it feels a little intentional with some people, and it is sometimes. But I don't know. This one is not one of the ones I considered inconsistent, so I didn't add a softlock fix to it. Like, again, just don't go at the gate at like 3 MP. So I guess I could force you to have 6, I guess is the fix. So if Alucard Y is like 132, or no, greater than 131. That should fix Silver Ring and I think also Reverse Silver Ring because they're the same height. I really don't feel like checking Reverse Silver Ring, chat. I feel like nobody goes there. So if that softlock fix doesn't work, someone could just tell me. I'm not going to test that. I don't feel like going all the way to that room. It's so far out of the way. I don't feel like going there again. I'm just going to assume it's at the same height. And that should be good enough. So that would be Coliseum, Library. Reverse Library doesn't need the fix. Silver Ring. The only thing I don't have checked in is, I guess, the outer wall mist gate. But I don't think that one really... Again, that's another one where I feel like you really... Like, that one more so than the other ones. You have to be, like, purposely trying to remain neutral while jumping. And then instead of holding up, you just keep holding down and never try to correct it. Because once you go through the floor, it's very easy to just hold right or hold up and go back where you're supposed to. If you just keep holding down, you'll clip out of bounds. So I might not fix that one. I think that might be okay. It's also not used as much. I'm gonna put that on the lower priorities. Yeah, he clipped out. He did something like... Oh, my code is the same. He did something like... Oh, Hermit Axe Armor still on? That's annoying. Let me close. Yeah, he actually also clipped out in a weird spot. That one I was not able to replicate, but chat can probably practice it and tell me what magical angle he approached this at. He also clipped out of the Axe Armor hallway. Hopefully you're doing well, Delta Cat. I'm not sure how he did that one. He kind of did something like... I guess it's good that I saved here. He was, like, walking through, right? Then he was building momentum. Oh, man, Wolf does no damage, probably. And then, like, he somehow, I think, hit this corner. And he went through. And I'm like, honestly, I'm impressed. I have not done that in any attempt, even on purpose. So maybe we'll be able to replicate now. Find out, Chad. How did that even happen? He had Power of Wolf, so I think that's the only thing I need for it. Ooh, yeah, no, I have it. I have it.
What?
How do you do that? like something like this. Oh, there we go. Oh, I see what he was doing. Oh. Oh yeah, he was mashing. Oh, he was mashing. I'll call him out on it later. Yeah, that is such a weird Christigram. Yeah, like if you hold it, it doesn't do that. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah. Huh. Very interesting. I think I can fix this one. This one might not be too bad. So let me see what the cheat is. Yeah, you gotta mash that for sure. Okay, let's remove the masher clip. We'll call it that, chat. Call it out. But like, what is the bat normal fall speed? So you're actually able to pass through that platform. That's why I was taking a look. Is this just too high? Oh, chat can't see the cheats. I'm gonna toggle the cheat on. I'm gonna see if I just reduce it by a little bit, if that's enough for it to not clip me through. To see how I was able to go through the platform there? Oh, that's actually a problem. Let's try again. Oh, that like super forces me down. There we go. So now I'm simulating the mash. So do I clip out of bounds at this speed? It's not a big difference. I don't. Okay, so like what is the highest I can put this out without clipping out of bounds? So we'll have to slightly adjust the slow fall speed. I don't think this one is too bad to fix, honestly. So normally it's at C3500. Let's see if we make this 400 what it does. Is it just literally just like one too high? How close to this does it clip me through? Seriously, did I find the only number that clips you out of bounds? Oh no, it still don't clip out of bounds. Wait, how did he do it then?
What?
Does Axe Armor react differently than Alucard for clipping out of bounds? Is that why I never caught it? I did not know that. Huh. So like what speed should I be using to not fall out of bounds? Second. Go back to 400. Axe Armor horizontal always looks like he just heard a great joke, is rolling on the floor laughing, something like that. Oh yeah, we were creating Subweapons earlier. I was asking.
What?
That is so weird. I guess because it's a thin platform, it lets you go through it. I mean, I might have to just disable this hallway. If that didn't fix it, just specifically that room, I could turn it off. I don't think people would really look through the floor. I don't think people would really miss that. I love that Bat can fight the fall. Like, what's the lowest speed it could be and not clip me out of bounds?
What?
Wow. Okay, I removed a lot there and it still clipped me through. Okay. We'll figure it out together, chat. I could just make it in this room. It will technically slow fall you. I won't disable the fast fall. Basically, if you hold down and missed... That's annoying. If you hold down and missed... what'll happen is... you will technically enter fast fall, which is an intended mechanic. But I don't want you to go through the floor here.
What?
Like, what's the minimum I can make it go through? Wow. Okay, I'm gonna have to start incrementing by more. So I'm gonna make this even slower. So I just removed like 4,000. So the base speed, I think, is negative 85,000 to give you an example. I just removed, I think, about 7,000 now, just to see like what is the minimum that'll stop me from clipping through. Because I want you to be able to go through the platforms. Like, that's intended. Like, for example, when you land in caverns and you fast fall, I want you to be able to go through them.
What?
Okay, we're gonna do a very drastic change until I find something that doesn't put me through. Because, okay, now I've eliminated about 20,000. Is 20,000 good enough, or is it gonna be mad at me? Also, I might move the save slightly. I think I'm gonna do that. Let's save, like, right here. I don't have to do that trip again.
What?
By other X Knights. Really? Okay. Let's eliminate another 20,000. Well, I'm glad I'm no longer doing it in increments of 100, chat. That I could feel good about.
What?
Okay, this is just getting ridiculous. It's just any speed. Will any speed clip me through that? Okay, I've eliminated all speed. What does it do? Alright, like, what is the bare minimum I could give it and not clip me through? Yeah, see how slow I was falling? Okay. At least we have a baseline, chat. 500? You okay with 500? It's still very slow. Yeah, I think with how finicky this is, I might have to just disable this in general. 'Cause that's too slow. If it can't even go through like 20,000 in speed, which is slower than your fall speed, I'm gonna disable it for this room. Alright. So, didn't want to do this, but I think we have to. So let's toggle. So we need to figure out the X coordinate of the room. So what I'm gonna do a couple of room grabs real quick. And we'll have at least slightly improved the miss gates. So not my most successful testing, I would say, overall, but we did learn some things. Maybe we'll go back to messing with the subweapons, because this will fix this room and Silver Ring. And then after that, hopefully you can't clip out, but we'll just keep doing it based off of what players find. Like, this one was very interesting. So yeah, you had to be holding down and a fast fall, and then tapping down rapidly. Then you'll get through. Interesting. Again, I'm a lot more calm on the inputs, so maybe I should learn to spastic out just to see what that does to the controls. Because I know it's more of like a hold system, so I know I'm not going to be mashing. But I do have to take into account that mashing is pretty common. Especially if you're not familiar with the controls. That's a life lesson learned. Let's go ahead and do... Plug the room. I moved the library card over there. Rest in peace, library card. Now to curiosity. Is this a height that I can maybe take advantage of? I'm gonna say here is probably good enough for it to not work. I don't need the whole hallway. I'm gonna take a look at it. See if I can reduce how high up you go. So 131, I think, is the neutral state of Alucard. So if you are in a scrollable screen, that would be dead center. But I think we're slightly below dead center. why is the log not appearing? Oh. Didn't appear at all. Weird. Oh, it just didn't sort. That made more sense. So we're at 147. What's the other height? Find it eventually, chat. 128. So... That's kind of a problem. I'm actually above the neutral state of the room. See, the problem with this room, chat, is that technically the room above us is not in a new room. But would that matter? I don't know if it would matter. It would still look kind of weird. I guess you wouldn't really fast fall there. I don't know how many people would even notice it. Like, basically where you could see those pillars is one room. Right? So, like, if I fall in between the gaps, it'll disable it. Got it. Anyway, let me take a look at the room coordinates. So I was gonna do based off the Y value, but you actually go higher than normal in this room, which is a problem. If it was all below 131, it would have been fine. Like, if it was even just 132, I would have been fine. But because it was 128, which is flipped, you have to think about it. 0 is higher, so it's higher up than the normal value. I can't do what I wanted to do. So let's grab some coordinates. His map coordinates are x30 and y20. And this spans all the way to... the 20, I'm at 12. The 30 to 36. Right. Say this is normal or X armor hallway. So all I gotta do is disable it if you're already there. Fine. Again, it's not something I think normal people would try. You may or may not notice it if you try this on purpose. I'm not sure how drastic it'll be. I mean, you'll still get fall speed, so it should still be fairly fast. Probably okay. So I guess we have to do the inverse. Do I have anything remotely close to that hallway? Oh, I do. I do actually. It's actually really convenient for me. Super convenient. Thank you, old save state that actually used the warp. See that, chat? This is why I say, like, I'm gonna go back and save the warps. Because sometimes I just make a save state and then realize I don't have a convenient place to go afterwards. Actually, future reference. I don't remember what save state this was. Number 7. Probably over at number 9. I don't think I would ever need to test that again, but... I need that for Akmadon. I guess I don't really need caverns anymore. Yeah, let me get rid of caverns. I don't think I need that for anything. Alright, I was just double checking my save state number. I wish I saw the thing where it tells me which one I use, but I have that off by default. Then I'm like, what button did I hit? So I'm gonna save over state 4. We're gonna see if we can stop ourselves from falling through. I do have heart, right? Okay.
What?
I would have been very, very upset, chat, if I had to do this room without the heart to deal with the tombstones. Like, no way, chat. But, like, as is, can I clip through this one? Do they behave the same way? Let's find out together, chat. Can you clip through the floor via mashing? You can. Interesting. Okay, so we're gonna have to apply the same fix. Oh, I love how messed up the fireballs are because I used the save state. It has no idea what it's doing, chat. Welcome to the multicolor fireballs. They got rainbow balled.
What?
Oh, I guess you have to, like, literally... Yeah, you have to, like, literally be there. Oh, you get really stuck. Wow, you sink like a rock. That's crazy. Look at that, chat. Craziness. The zips are real. But let's do it from, like... Let's say here. Goodbye, candles. You've been murdered. Like, here-ish. Probably fine. I'm gonna close X armor. Look at the logs. So that was map values of 2751. Okay. I'm gonna say reverse X armor hallway, because I don't want to remove fast fall, because I do find that useful. And if it only has problems in these two, I'd rather fix this. Kinda... No, not the best fix, but it's something. Again, will normal people find this? Probably not. You having watched the stream, yeah, you could probably replicate basically what you saw. So 27 to 32. Interesting. Why is that less room tiles? Because it was 30 to 36. For this one, I only needed 5. I mean, I don't think it makes a difference. I don't think it's possible to fast fall and hit that in 8 frames. Maybe chat will prove me wrong later with testing. But yeah, I think that's kind of what I wanted to fix. That's 2 soft lock preventions. Well, technically 4 if I include the reverses. I guess we can look at subweapons a bit more. I want to untransform for this though, so let's reset. Let's try to learn more about the subweapons. I think this is probably good for now. I have enough to say, like, there's an Akmadon fix. You shouldn't fall out of the mist gates instantly. I still have yet to find the collision code. I could mess around with the mist gate a bit more, I guess. But I think I need to give myself, oh, I spike breaker this time. Fine. I could mess around very briefly with one more fix attempt for mist gates in general, not specific to this one. If I go into the RAM watch, load up our values. So we know, for example, we could set these to be on off. Yeah, see, I'm able to clip through there. So let's freeze these for now and experiment with them a little bit. So what forces me to be able to clip through this is the question. So, like, why is it I'm able to interact with the spikes, but I can go through the wall? What I'm curious about. Like, why is it only 1,000? Like, if I poke this and say, like, 50, or something to both of them, am I allowed to go through? Like, why is 1,000 the denomination that we use? That I don't understand. Oh, no. Oh, that's really jittery. Oh, that's awful. Well, I think I see why we do it in intervals of 0. If I make it 1002, does it behave? No, it doesn't. It doesn't like perma earthquake. If I make it like 1100, does it make a difference? How did they find this? I want to know this, chat. Oh, we're stable here. I still click through though. So why do 1500 and 1000 behave the same way? Very weird. Interesting. I still got clipped out by that for some reason. Why did I get clipped out? Poor wolf. I mean, I landed inbound, so that's fine. But it's like, Very, very interesting, chat. You just kind of plummet like a rock. It's kind of crazy. I feel like these aren't all the clip values. Or at least this one is not correct. Yeah, this one is not correct. One of these has to be the ceiling clip. Did I just write down the wrong value? Thank you, Black Fox, for resubscribing. We're just kind of messing around with some of the collision. But I don't seem to have what I need offhand. I'm gonna try putting this to 2400. I feel like that was one of the values that let me go through. Oh, interesting. That makes me unable to jump altogether. Not what I was expecting, but that's fine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna briefly break all the spikes. I'm going to undo the clip. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to turn on axe armor mode, and I want to see what my ceiling clip value was. I hope I didn't list the wrong value or something. Open up my cheats. The 10CAA6 is right now at 1200. So I do have this here. This one's like a total mess. Oh, so we end up in axe armor mode.
What?
Am I just looking at the wrong value? NCAA. Why is this either 2 or 0? What? I guess what I'm really looking for is this one needs to... Oh, I see what happened. Oh, I put this as a 2 by... Oh, that's why this isn't working. Okay. Suddenly it's starting to make sense to me. Starting to make sense. Yeah, there we go. So by default, it's at like 1202 or whatever. Then it goes to 2400. There we go. So I had something wrong in my notes. I knew something didn't look right, because I was like, one of those values was like double the other one. Yeah, there we go. Now it's looking correct. Okay. Okay, well, at least I fixed my misgate notes. But, just realized Black Fox had a message with the other one. My day's going okay. A little tired, but we're kind of taking a look at this. What am I bonking on? Oh, that was weird. How did I do that? Okay. I think that'll be fixed by just having infinite flight. I could just force myself to be in this state. I would ignore that. Yeah, I guess because this hallway is so tight, you can't really jump in it. Which is fine, I don't want you to be able to jump. Are we doing the axe armor bobbing? I think we were for a second. Look through the ceiling real quick, it's fine. I love when we hold down, the state is just frozen. There's no idea what to do. I love the graphical glitch, by the way. I love that you could just be up here. What are these room hitboxes? Like, what is this? What am I standing on up there? Oh, that's flickery. Let's not do that.
What?
A flicker is intense, chat. I think that more or less sums up what I was looking to do. So we have Subweapons. I have some things to consider for Misgate. We fixed some rooms. We fixed Fast Fall. Is there anything else that was on our to-do list that I don't mind spending some time on? I can't have a very long session today, chat, so I'm probably gonna have to wrap it up in like a half hour. But it doesn't hurt if we could get some of the other things fixed, because we do still have some outstanding issues with it. I think that fixes probably the most pertinent ones, and that does hit some of the ones that are on the list. Let me actually read my patch notes, chat, because I will forget. So some clipping occurs with misgates, it's recommended to save. So we just addressed that. That might be okay. Door leading to outer wall. Do I really want to do outer wall again? Or wolf bat? We fixed Akbadon. Oh, don't delete Spikebreaker. I need to write a note to myself. So right now, if you try to remove axe armor and replace it with another armor, it deletes it, which I'm kind of okay with. But the only thing I'm not okay with is losing Spikebreaker. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make checks for 3 specific armors. So safety check for... I'm going to say Mojo Mail for now. Brilliant Mail, because that does do something currently. And Spikebreaker. Unfortunately, I haven't seen anybody find the Brilliant Mail, and even while trying to showcase the game, I haven't picked it up. It does actually add damage to your sub-weapons. It's kind of like a hidden relic. So it does do something, even if you're axe armor. But I've yet to pick it up in a run. It adds 10 attack, which, as you saw, the axes do a lot of damage, and that's pretty much like a free relic. So I think if I add a safety check-in for just those 3 armors, because those are the only ones that do anything, like when you pick it up, I'll just make it so you always keep it. That also means, I guess, to some extent, if chat randomizes my equipment, and it happens to give me Spikebreaker there, I also don't have to think about it anymore. Or if chat gives me Mojo Mail through, what's it called? I was gonna say Magician. Spellcaster. If you get it through Spellcaster, this will also mean that you still keep the armor. So I think I'm okay with that. I'm gonna let it delete every other armor, but I think those 3 should be good. I can also make Mojo Mail do something, but like, how powerful should I make Mojo Mail? Because normally it adds 1.5 times spell damage, but the problem with that is that my spells aren't garbage. so 1.5 times spell damage is kind of too powerful. Because I already think spells are possibly overtuned. Like, they're strong, I'm not saying they're weak. I don't know if they're at the point where I want to nerf them, because I feel like their MP kind of balances out how strong they are. Like if you are playing really defensively, or if you end up using a lot of momentum boosts, you can't just spam spells. Or if you're skipping save points, then you definitely can't spam spells. But 1.5 times damage is kind of insane. Like, to give you an idea, like Cerberus I think has what, 666 health. With the basic stuff and no relics, we were doing 120 a fireball tick. I couldn't imagine doing 180. Doing 180 a tick on Cerberus is ridiculous. He would die in like potentially 4 or only 5 hits. It really just depends on if you do like 82 versus like 88, which is not really unheard of when you already do double damage because of weakness. Because I think normally Fireball around that point does like 62, 63, and then double that is like 184, 189, which is really high. So yeah, I think you could kill him in 4 fireballs. Just like way too fast. I could just do something like, we give it well, I could do air fireball. Maybe +5 flat damage. That is a lot of damage. To potentially have up to 5 or 6 of them at once. That's a pretty big damage increase comparatively. And then maybe like the giant fireball. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna nerf it. I don't want it to be that strong, but I want it to do something. So we'll say 2 flat damage for fireball and giant fireball +5. Just something weak for now. But I'll put it in the code. I just don't think a multiplier would make sense. Unless it was really, really low. Thinking about it. I could just make it like a 10% multiplier. I think that would be too crazy. That'd be simpler for me to code. Not anything like super game changing, but it's just free damage. Oh, and that also has to, well, no, that doesn't apply to Subweapons. I don't have to make it do. Maybe I'll do like 5%, 10%. Because the regular fireball is also kind of good already. I don't know. Maybe I'll do 10%, 20%. Maybe that's okay. So it's like a relic for the other one. Got it. Because normally the fireball would be doing 40 damage, and 10% is about how much the flat damage would be anyway. I just got a number crunch and think about it, chat. Yeah, we can also add that effect in. So, always, safety check, dagger. I guess we could see what happened if we test out some other armors, where I could check the door. It could be me versus the door again, chat. The revenge, chat. You know what? Let's fight the door. This one is one that would be nice if we fixed it. Did I list where this door is? Let's have a little journey into the hex editor again. It was in the 07C region, if I remember correctly, because we were at that door for a while.
What?
I know, the door is awful.
What?
I need to not be in the axe armor though. Why am I in the axe armor? Oh, because Dracula. Oh, because this is not a OG. What is happening? I'm trying to see. There's a couple objects in the room. I'm just trying to see which one it is. No, I don't think. Oh no, it is. It is. I see it. I see it. This 07C. We're gonna just make a section called the door in reverse. Library. Or not library, outer wall. So the coordinates are also that thing ticking as I'm trying to concentrate is the worst. Do this.
What?
It's at 07C0. Where's the start of this though? I think 0 XX? I don't think it really matters. Say 1. No, I don't think it would XX. And the code I'm looking at, there's something like right here at 07C. I'll pop this up on screen. 07C 04D. Let's take a look. Also, no more Tinka. Stop that. Let's go ahead and pump this up to 1 byte and display the chat. We're at the door again, chat. Yeah, see that number I highlighted in red? It's our nemesis, chat. This value is at 4.8. This door open close. So what can we do to emulate this door?
What?
Can I force it to do something? Oh. Oh. Very interesting. We're making progress with said door. Now, how do I detect where I am in this room? Okay, so I could force it to let me into this. This is progress.
What?
So this is a known value on the door. If I make this a 2 without me being next to it, what does it do? Oh no, it forces me into the ether. Okay, so it has to specifically be when I'm here already. How do I tell where here is? My bad, I'm sorry for going through all the save states. I really have terrible memory.
What?
Okay, so 2 equals walk right. Okay, so here's the question I have. If I come into here, then I poke the value, right? And then I freeze this. What does this do? Oh my. Hey chat, if you're wondering why you fall through the floor. Right chat? If you're wondering why you fall through the floor. It's right here. This is why you could backdash through the floor. I think because the door doesn't spawn properly. Look at that beautiful door, chat. It has no idea what to do. And I could force this to be another value. I got stuck in the door for a moment. I don't know what it'll do when there's 2 of them, though. Oh, they're pretty broken. It's not doing anything anymore. Yeah, the door didn't know what to do when it duplicated chat. Although I could see it started forcing me into this. Interesting. So for Alucard you get stuck, but for Axe Armor it actually works.
What?
Interesting. Yeah, see, this is the problem with locking it here. You could get stuck like this. And obviously we don't want that. But obviously we don't want that, thank you. So 4 /5 left. So out of curiosity, if you lock this in at 4, what does it do? It forces me to keep walking. I love it, like, glitching slightly. No, I only have to have code to really enter this room. Can I determine where I am in this relative to everything else? So let's do a quick log. Maybe we can have it determine where we are. Oh no, I summoned the giant skull, chat. Let's not summon the giant skull. I'm gonna take a look at the log. See what happens. If so, this would be actually a pretty important fix. Because this would basically fix every door. We could say doors are completely done. We can move on to gates, the more important nemesis. We'll do Alucard FX. I think I can actually do this, chat. Maybe. We'll see. Oh, but this moves the camera. Ooh, that moves the camera, though. Okay, if I do it here, is this still dead center? So I have a coordinate. I have the room. And this time I'm being more diligent. I'm making sure that I pause, I grab the log so I don't go for an ad scramble later, and I copy it out. This is in reverse outer wall. Oh my gosh, the tingle. So his X coordinate is dead center in the screen. I can't help that. Now question. Ooh, yeah, that's gonna be really hard. Oh, and maybe I have to say and not airborne. Oh, I can, you know what? I could check for walking state. Maybe that would work. Okay, let's figure it out. Is this a new room? No, it's not. That's a problem. That is a problem. Where's my weapon? It's on my offhand for some reason.
What?
Perish. How do I distinguish which platform it's on? That's a problem. See, if they weren't literally identical, I would have been fine, right? Because if I was on the left side here, you would just walk off the platform and nothing would happen, right? Like, it would just let you go on your merry way. Also, why are the cheats still stuck? Say, please remove. Like, I need to be able to fly for a second here. Thank you. Mayhem's not even active. It should have turned off. Well, I did have a solution because I would be able to say, if you're facing right, then you would be able to do it. But the problem is that both of these behave the same way. Damn it, SotN, why did you do that? Why did you put two identical platforms like that? It's the worst. So I don't know how to distinguish which one you're on, because they're in the same room. I need to think about this. Because according to Alucard, you're at the same X and Y positions. Unless I go to, like, literally room coordinates, which I'd really prefer not to do. Okay. Let's, hypothetically. If I were to do this... and then poke it to 3, what happens? You get stuck for a little bit, and then I can poke it to 0. Oh, that door is so busted. Chat, I see. Why, yes, this does look like the warp room I was expecting to go to. I mean, I could just have us clip through the wall. Listen, chat. If you want to end up in the no man's land... Oh boy. I love that it'll still be messed up when we come in here. If I touch this point of the room, it should fix itself. Oh, I didn't go far enough, apparently. Oh, is it, like, further in the reverse castle? It is further in the reverse castle. Why is that? In the normal castle, if you pass this point where the tip is, normally it transitions. But I guess it's more, like, over here for some reason in reverse. Whatever. See nothing wrong with the room? You're right. Working as intended. Wait, did I just have lag there? What the heck was that? Yeah, there we go. It's like, I went to jump and like nothing happened. It was weird. Perish. Is there a way for me to grab... I'm just trying to think like outside the box. Like, we know how to delete the door. Alright, chat, I'm just thinking about it. Can I do something weird? Like I check the door's X and Y coordinates relative to us? Again, like, I'm trying to think outside the box, because there's no current way to grab the room coordinates unless I request a build, and I don't really feel like updating the SotN API. To be real with you. I don't want to take ownership of it. I might be able to grab this based off the door X and Y. I think I could do it, Chad. Okay. It's going to take a little bit of thought process. So, how do I tell what the door X and Y is? My log current room is gonna change it. Okay, I can make a change to up to the log room to remove that. Maybe that'll be fine. Or actually, one moment. I might be able to look at the offsets. Because if so, chat, I think I could say if you are literally in the door and you're holding right, not holding left, if you're holding right, I will open the door. And that's the only thing I have to account for. Why is the game so choppy? You doing okay there, game? Oh, it's really struggling there, chat. I think my computer is just hot or something. I mean, I do have the fan on with it, but it is what it is. So let me see. I'm checking the offsets that are known within the code. We should be able to then reverse it, because if I know where the X and Y coordinates are... Actually, let me go log current route, because I know that messes with them. So, X position, Y position. How far into the entity is it? What is the offset? Is it just like 2 and 6 or something? It's indeed 2 and 6. Okay, well, let's rationalize this. We should be able to see the X and the Y coordinate together, chat. Also, I see a duplicate. I think because I closed the one watch. Fine, we don't mind having double vision briefly. Well, actually, I do need this. Let's open up the hex editor again. Maybe I will tell it to look at the right. Fine. Okay, save it up. I'm gonna go ahead and change this to 1 byte. Go ahead and look for, what was it, 07C something? We just need to know the literal start of the door. See, there's some values here. So if I had to guess, this value is probably the X coordinate. So let's compare. Ooh, yeah, that should work. That should work. Let's write it down. Let's write it down, chat. I think we have a solution to the door, finally. So door X has to be greater than, or no, excuse me, less than the value we want it to trigger at. Like 98. But this is in hex. I'm going to make a note that this is in hex, so I have to convert this. And then the door Y has to equal 81 in hex. So that forces you to be at a very specific height. And also state has to be walking. So if you jump, it shouldn't trigger. I feel like that's a pretty good safety check. Because once the door opens, you lose control of the character, so I don't need to worry about you mashing, like, mist or something crazy to get out of it. To the auto walk. And I think that's it. So, oh, the other thing we need. What is the actual door ID? That's the other important thing we need to know. We know it's at 07C. That should make checking it really easy. I'm gonna kill these enemies. Get rid of this real quick. Let's see, calculator. What is 07C translated? C. Oh, I don't know, 10. Where will that put us roughly at? 5,007. Let me just write. Okay. So if I remove the offset, maybe it's 507,920 instead of 07. We'll see. Okay. We're gonna do one last log, and I think, chat, that means next weekend we're gonna have a door fix, a ring fix, new sub-weapons, safety checks for armor, and then we can actually add in new features. I mean, I guess you could count the sub-weapons as new features, but I want something other than just bug fixes. I like doing the bug fixes, don't get me wrong, but to define a patch by itself, it has to add something. And sub-weapons is a start. I feel like I want to complete the sub-weapons, or chat, we could leave sub-weapons as they are, but we start working on having held weapons do something. And again, both of them don't need to be complete. This is a beta, it's just experimenting to see what feels good. And we could kind of start grouping together weapons into categories. Now, I think the weapon changes are going to take a little while to do, since there are a lot of weapons in SotN. And that will take many patches to balance, for sure. But hey, I was thinking if chat wanted to change the damage type of your melee move, I mean, I guess. It should be allowed, I think. At minimum, the damage type should update. But potentially we could have things like a Chrysogrim. But I would probably have to balance it, so like if you had Chrysogrim, you do like 30 or 40 less damage a hit. I think like if you're a high level, it should be great, and if you're a low level, it should be terrible. That way you have like progression equipment. It's not just instantly, definitively the best. I think we can all agree regular Chrysogrim is just way too powerful. Way too powerful, chat. Now the problem too is I have to think about the negative numbers. I guess I have control over it. I don't have to remove my strength at all, now that I think about it. I just have to change the damage value. Okay, so I don't have to worry about the UI breaking. That should be fine. I just have to put a safety check that it always does 1 damage. So we'll log current room. See, I removed the door. The door is gone. Rest in peace, door. Yeah, that little gap there, I think you could just backdash out of it and fall through. We saw that that is not a solid floor, per se. If you're already in the wall, you should be able to clip out. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna close the logs. Yeah, today ended up being very productive, because you know, like, we got 1 or 2 fixes, like, at least in theory, coded and fixed for. But that door was garbage. So the only thing we need to do is fix the other library door. I think that'll more or less be it for the stream once we fix the other library door. Then we get to showcase everything that we identified today. So let's take a look at the address. So I named it before. It was like in the 507,000 region. And that door ID is, what, 24104? Okay. Door ID. So only for this door ID. Unfortunately for us, chat, doors are unique. They do not share door IDs anywhere. I don't know why, but we'll take advantage of that. So we can identify that specific door to put it in that specific Alucard state, and the door hex X and Y is a very specific state. So we should be able to check that. As I said before, like, we have since X and Y coordinates of an entity are already known, I can make that check, as is the ID. So that is great news for us. I'm going to consider that done.
What?
Well, thank you for stopping by, Calvicium. Now, we just have 1 nemesis to deal with. Where is he at? Well, we have to deal with this one eventually. I think we'll do this next week. I'm going to write a note. I'll note. Next week, allow adventure / expedition. Because then us clearing the major bugs and now finally opening it up to all seed types, I think definitely expands the appeal. Because that door not being available in library will stop some people from running, for sure. Because that is definitely an annoying side effect. Where did I pause here?
What?
Oh, this room. I don't think I need to test this room again. Why are my cheats on? What's going on? Mayhem, are you not disabling my axe armor karma? We're gonna add that to the list. Disable axe armor. I'm closing Mayhem. I think everything else is turning off, just not this for some reason. Yeah, it's the only one that's still on. But I'll consider that a bug. I thought I added that already. I'll list that as a bug. But I do need to be able to get out of Axe Armor to make these jumps. I really don't want to do this while in Axe Armor. So game, please. Turn this off. Yep. Okay, this does have access to... Okay, I was gonna say, if this didn't have access to the library, I was gonna lose my mind, chat. Absolutely was gonna lose my mind. Okay, so let's try to pay attention to the animals in the middle, not the statues on the side. So that was lion, goat is in the middle. Okay. Horse. Entrance. Snake. The bottom. I think that's a scorpion. Scorpion is library. My brain doesn't interpret that as a scorpion right away. Excuse me. I think I'm confused by, like, the little circle that's behind it. So, like, my brain tells me that that's the face because of the weird circle. And it takes me a moment to see, like, the pincers. Okay. So this is going to be the same thing. So we're going to play the game of where is the door? It's always a fun game to play, chat. Where's the door? Did you really crash because I disabled the code? Killing me. Killing me. Fine, I'll go through it. I'll go there via Axe Armor. Are you happy, game? Take up my head, chat.
What?
Yeah, that's why I was like, that one visually, I didn't even realize was an animal until I think Huffy Shim said was a scorpion. Because again, like, I look at it and I'm like, I don't know what it is I'm looking at. Like, my brain refuses to identify that as an object. Like, the lion I can clearly see. I think maybe that's where I also got confused. The goat has like a weird Mega Man Sigma symbol behind it for some reason. Snake is easy enough. Yeah, it's like, it also doesn't help like the scorpion pincers are inwards. It almost even looks like a lobster at first. Kinda goofy. Wow, that was like the best pause I've ever seen. So I know it's in the 07652 region. I'm gonna say the door. Door and library. So we have a good idea of where to start. So 07C652 is... We'll look at the text editor first. Don't want to see. Oh hey, it's actually behaving properly. That's always nice to see. There's kind of garbage on the side, chat. I don't know if you could kind of see it. Like, see how there's random letters here? You can make this read as something other than garbage text, but honestly, I don't remember how to do it. So if you're looking for item descriptions, they should be in the game somewhere. Like, you should be able to go down here and see them. So imagine where you see a lot of letters kind of back to back. Like, that in particular is suspicious. It's probably the text for the items. Oh yeah, listen to that rock music. Let's scroll up so we don't have to hear that anymore. 07C. X52. Okay, this is looking promising. Okay, so the start sequence seems like about here. It's like 07C 5 F E might be the start of this. Kind of a weird position. Let's go ahead and use the calculator there. What is that roughly in numbers? I can always fix it if I'm off by like 5. I don't need to know the exact slot it takes up. I just need to know, like, in the log, which one this should correspond to. What am I typing? That was definitely human error. I'm glad you couldn't see that. My brain was like not interpreting those numbers correctly. That's like roughly at 5,000. Oh, it's like almost in the same position as the other one. I realized. Really not that far off. It's like literally 2 slots from it. Well, more like 4 slots from it, but it's still pretty close. Okay. We have a number. Let's take a look at the hex values. So this is kind of the X coordinate again. We're gonna say if you're like... We'll give a little bit of leniency. So if you start it from here, I guess we'll say if it's... greater than 81, because 84 is against the wall, and I'm gonna give it like a little bit of trigger distance. Obviously, we could play around with it if it's not quite there. If your X coordinate is greater than 1 and your Y coordinate is also 81, wow, look how convenient that is, chat. Relative to the door. So that's easy. So if you're walking and you're within like 6 pixels of the door, I mean, I could just make this an even 80. Honestly, give it 7 pixels of detection, it wouldn't be too bad. And again, if I feel like it's reacting too slowly, I just keep moving it back a little bit more and more. So now the only thing we need to do is grab the door ID. And then we actually have a fix for these, which is huge. Also, you know what, chat? I was just thinking about something. Do doors have, like, an activator? Because they are an entity, right? We know it's 32 positions is the activator. Is it possible to spawn a door? I haven't tried that before, but I'm a little curious now. Right? If the door... because you can activate to do a Subweapons, so could you activate to do a door? Can you imagine? I could just, like, force a door in front of you, you walk through it, and suddenly you're in First Castle. That would be very confusing, but very funny. Just end up in some loading room somewhere. Just have no idea what's going on. It's terrible. Oh, facing is also important. Oh, I forgot to write that to the notes. Oh, you have to be facing right versus facing left. So this one's facing left. 8 equals 41. Facing for Alucard equals left. Facing for Alucard faces right. So just in case you're walking out of the door, you don't instantly get sucked back in. Do you know what I mean, chat? I feel like that's fair. So we'll see how it feels. Now, I could sync up the numbers to be consistent. How I feel about it. Yeah, spawn door. Yeah, literally. Can you imagine? It just takes you to like some, like, who knows where? Because every door has an ID, so like in theory it should do something. But I could force it to be this door. Do we know this door for some reason warps you? No, SotN magic, chat. Only this door will warp you. Who knows why? Anyway, log current room. I see I moved the door over. I'm gonna close everything. Listen to the ha-ha-has for a little bit. This gives me a lot to work on, I think, after the stream. Do we know the address is in what region? Figure it out again. 509 region. Okay. Just scrolling. Something 509624 is the start of the address. How close was I? I did rough math. I have it as 427. I mean, I'm gonna trust this calculation versus my calculations, so I'll just fix that. Fine. 509436. The ID is 20,196. Yeah, because I could just do an if else. So it's not too hard to toggle. Now we have two different door IDs. We have state checks, we have facings. I feel like that's pretty safe. Because the door lock should trigger if we're close. And that should stop me from doing other actions. But what is 32 plus this value equal to? I'm just curious, chat. Can we spawn this door where it shouldn't go? So 509 436 plus 32. 7C 61C. Brain is not interpreting this, so it should be this one? You keep an eye on it for a little bit. Also, please un-X armor me. Game, please. Okay, that I'm getting rid of because I find that very annoying. I need to not be an axe armor, please, for like 1 minute. So like, does it flicker to something? That value I'm highlighting? Oh, I can't use the door to check it. Yeah, see, the Vorpal is behaving properly there. So for some reason, Axe Lord armor tilts Vorpal. You see what I mean, chat? Actually, there's one more thing we could do outside the door, and this will help for something I wanted to test anyway. I want to see if we could give Axe Lord armor the Vorpal effect. Look at that mashing, chat. And you got a good rhythm going. I don't see it updating. Oh, that is really... Whoa. Chat, what happened here? What is this? That's not normally there. Gonna make the door freak out? Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense it doesn't use the same activator code. That doesn't mean that you can't somehow spawn it. It's just... I think that's the code we need. Try one value. That seems to be behaving as normal. Disappointing, chat. I mean, I could just poke this to another value, just as it does. That's not the one I was looking to poke, but you can keep it there, I guess. Yeah, inclusive range, whatever. Oh. That did do something. I guess that's its depth. I could technically put the door really far in the background. Yeah, see that? Should be interesting. Okay. There's one last thing I want to test. And that is going to require figuring out where his melee is again, because I really need to write down where his melee is. Unless it's still in my cheats, then I don't need to go very far. Yeah, it's unhandled. Stop telling me it's indexed out of bounds. It's very annoying. Stop it. Oh, there are no cheats. Oh, chat could see it when I overlap the other menu, but I have the cheat menu open, but it's very confused right now. I see why it was freaking out. Yeah, it is no idea. I'm gonna briefly turn on my cheat. By cheat, I mean Mayhem. I'm gonna Mayhem in for a second. So the start of the weapon, where's 73F something? Okay. I'm gonna make a divider because I want to see like what's next week versus this week. So the start of the weapons is like 073 F something. Rest matters. So let's take a look together. We were in the low regions. So there's okay. So let me explain a little bit of how I understood the game works. So your left hand and your right hand are actually reserved slots. So for example, when you throw or use a weapon, it's always going to be here in your left hand. It's very consistent. It's consistent for Alucard. It's consistent for Axe Armor. Now, because Alucard has 2 weapons, he's got a second slot after this one that's reserved. So if I want to modify Alucard properly, I have to be careful which one I'm modifying. Because technically, if I'm dual wielding and I only apply the extra range to one value, it would only apply to the first weapon. So that's just something I confirmed. But just in general, it's very consistent. I already forgot what number I said. I'm gonna blame that to being hungry, which is why I need to stop the stream at some point. We'll do 03F something. You should see it. Oh! I actually don't see it. Where does Christogrim not follow the normal rules? Where are our weapons? Hold on a second, chat. Wait a minute. If I just equip any other weapon, it should still show up here, right?
What?
My Axe Armor. Unless I'm just not down far enough. I mean, it's possible I'm not down far enough. Oh, there it is. Okay. I was like, what is happening? I was too high up. Where's my Vorpal? Where's Vorpal? There we go. So here's the start of the weapon range. What we should do, we should create another watch list just for weapons. We're gonna add to a RAM watch. We're gonna save as. Call this main weapon. We're just gonna go through and kind of identify them. So like, the first couple ones should always be the X and the Y. Again, they're very consistent with how they're mapped. So for example, when we see these, we know this is an X coordinate. So we could just very quickly just copy what we had here. You know, this has to be a Y coordinate. Spoke by accident. That's kind of the nice thing. Like, if you recognize that, you know, they're of the same class, it should work consistently. So that's what I remember offhand. Now, I think I said 32. So let's try to calculate from here where it should be. Because in theory, you should be able to lock in the Axe Lord armor melee swing, but have a different activator. And vice versa. Sort of like what we were doing with the Subweapons at the beginning. Same theory, same mapping. I wish I could have multiple RAM watches out at once, which is why I was writing some of them in between. So I think it's just this value plus 20, because I think I remember doing this math earlier today. Surprisingly, my short-term memory is working there. So it should be 74075 might be the activator. Take a look. That match expectations. Interesting. I actually don't see it there. Unless I'm off by one. Oh, that's right. I was off before. Oh, so it's E0. I'm sorry. So this is the activator. My bad. I forgot. I had the wrong value. 32 something else. I keep forgetting what that is. Activator, E0 for Vorpal. So, like... Obviously, we're going to need to write down a lot of these addresses. So it's going to take a little while. So if we want to identify what each one does, I do literally have to manually write all of these, which is awful. Which is why I said this is going to be a trickle out, because me doing this in one attempt is just horrible. Think about it this way, chat. In order to identify all the weapons, I'd have to swing every weapon in the game and record 7 values minimum every single time. So it'd be the AID, the activator, and the damage types. I'm like, I don't know if I want that. I mean, I can also figure out how many frames Vorpal's out. See if it lets a double hit occur. Yeah, that's a bit much. This one's always 01. I don't remember what this does. Put that there for now. So, like, in theory, I do something like this. So if I freeze the coordinates, what does this do to it? Go here. Interesting, the sprite still follows me even though the coordinates are frozen. Is it because this one's also not frozen? No. How peculiar, chat. I mean, I can also freeze these. I don't know what these two do for it. We'll find out together. I think for now... Look how messed up that is. Amazing. Is that like a perma hitbox? Hold on. Excuse me. That's a perma hitbox. That's unfair. Where's the hitbox though? What? I have like an aura of death. I mean... This could be how I fix petrify damage. In all honesty, rather than using the contact damage cheat, I could just literally spawn a hitbox on me. It's very wonky though. I have no idea where this hitbox is. It's very weird. It's like really high up, but not really. But like, how do I jump at him to get this to trigger? I think it's gone now. It's not doing anything. Very strange. So if I do E0 here, what does this do? I see. Right, chat? I see. Interesting. So this works. I don't have to do anything for this. This is just permanent Vorpal. So that means I could get every weapon attack in the game. This is gonna be very interesting. I mean, this would be kind of a cool Mayhem effect, just to have like the perma Vorpal. Wait, is this what Rushdown should be using? Instead of the Bible? Just like murder them with Vorpal? Oh, this could be a lot of fun. It would break pauses and stuff like that. Oh, that's kind of sick. So, okay, let's disable for now. Think about it. Oh, sorry, that's not Christopher. Cool. So, like, questions. Let's go to Rushdown Vorpal. I know. I like it a little more than the Bible, to be honest. Let's see. We're gonna do something special, chat. We're gonna cheat. I know, big surprise. I know, you had to suspend your disbelief on that one. But we're gonna unfreeze everything. We're gonna hear the game complain. We're gonna hear the game crash. It's fun. So I'm gonna do one thing, because there's a special little thing we could do to get the debug stuff.
What?
Oh, did I not save at the library? I thought I saved at the library.
What?
It's so annoying. Okay, I have to resave at the library. This is non-negotiable. I'm not coming back here again. So we're gonna save at the library, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a new save. I'm gonna overwrite... Once I'm at the save point of the library, I'm gonna see what other save slot I can override, and I want this one to be my debug test, because I need to be able to test all weapons, and I am not manually inputting 120 something codes to get them, chat. I refuse. Yeah, I don't need to test going through the floor if I really need to do that. I think Scorpion was library, right? Okay, I'm unlearning, chat. Unlearning. Let's add the save state here. There's one last thing I want to do. And that's because it will open up a lot. Like, it'll open up a lot for the future. Is this is the difference between being able to just keep it to like modifying really basic effects, like just things that already exist, to I can literally spawn hitboxes that are complete, including with sound effect. That's like so much better than what I was planning to do over the next couple of weeks. I didn't think we could get the hitbox like that working with the sound effect. And it positions it the same way that Vorpal does. So I don't have to code any of that. And this will end up saving a ton of time for me. So what I'm going to do is we are going to check the save states again. So that's reverse. I don't think I need this one anymore. So let's overwrite the F7 file. Go back to the beginning. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the watch list. We're going to go ahead and go to my main cheat file. I'm going to scroll all the way down. And we're going to insert ye old debug start. Hopefully it stays there. Oh, it resets it. It tries really hard, chat. Yeah, this was like this was unintentionally one of the biggest finds, to just literally start with the debug. It's so powerful. We'll call this cheater, chat. I'm straight cheating. Yeah, like, look at this nonsense, in case you forgot. I have literally every item in the game times 50. It's so unfair. Anyway, we could test all of this nonsense now. So chat, you know what that means. It means if we take a look at our handy-dandy main weapon sheet, which I apparently did not save because it crashed. Oh no, it's there, it's there. Which is go far enough. Does that mean I can now spawn throwables? Because if I can, chat, this is huge. I've suddenly just added a whole different way to play the character. Let's find out together. Why are my weapons all messed up? Stupid seed. Rare flame star. That one's also E0? How does that work? Wait, what? What? Wait. Now I'm more confused. Oh, Osafune's two-handed, so I can't see where it is. Can I just get a single one-handed? What? Right, chat? Wait a minute. Does this occupy yet another slot? Oh, that's gonna be so annoying. Okay, where does Crystal Grim go at least? This still spawns, right? It doesn't? Hold on, let me reload. Why is this suddenly not working? I'm contemplating what to do with this information. So this is the same slot for throwables. So this isn't early enough in the code. Okay, this is all I'm learning. This is all I'm learning. EO equals use throwable held in hand, right? For E0. So we're going to write down these coordinates. I mean, this is still useful. This still opens up throwables. They're just in a weird position. But, like, Yatsutsuna won't do anything, right? So there's somewhere else that it is in the code. So I just want to find this real quick. I want to do data size replace. So it should be here somewhere. I wish I could just automatically keep attacking. Perching. It looks like 3-9 something. It's reserved. Seven, 3, 9. So we have another coordinate to look at, which is fine. You know, we're learning. So the start of it is like 0739. 739 something is melee. 9. Which one looks like an activator? Let's see one that goes to like 92 cleanly. Could be this one. Like touch the screen. That's not the one. It causes the smoke effect? What? But then why did it flicker to this if that's not what it wants? What? I'm like, excuse me. I know. I think what's happening here, chat, is if I were to unequip and punch, I think this is the default punch values, if I had to guess. Game, please. Yeah, see how that didn't really change that much? Yeah, so this is just where it stores your basic fist. Interestingly, I can do double punches here, but I don't know what that does for the rest of the game. I guess I'm not technically allowed to use both at once. Maybe that's why they... Oh, that's what it is. So maybe if it's like a two-hander, it goes to the higher slot. But if it's a throwable, it always puts it in another slot. Maybe that's how that works. I like how it has like that weird delayed after effect. Why does it do that? See that? I'm actually like locked in place for a moment. It's so weird. Look at that. I'm actually stuck there. I don't have anything in the cheats on, right? Just want to make sure why it's acting so weird right now. Oh, I do. I do have something toggled on in the cheats. I was wondering what was happening. That was like too weird. Yeah, now I'm able to move. See, I don't see anything flickering here. So 94 was kind of our visual guide. If it was 94, that's like where an attack was occurring. But then like this value is the activator, but it doesn't turn into anything. But we could still poke this to be something, which is why I'm confused. Like, see, like it doesn't do anything by itself, but then it'll do the slow slice. Does that actually hit if I do this? Oh, it did increase the value. That's why I'm not seeing it. And see, like, briefly it's at, like, 1 or whatever, which is kind of unusual. So maybe the early slots aren't programmed the same way. Not gonna rule that out. I forgot to freeze it. It'll be the last thing we kind of take a look at, I think. notice it attempting to do anything. I don't even see like a glitchy effect. Very strange. However, I could see that this AI is here. So like if I were to freeze this, for example, and unfreeze this. Yeah, complain at me. And I were to unequip my weapon, what does it do? So you're telling me that the only reason the other one works... Oh, I forgot. Oh, I didn't write down the other value. It was 3F something. Let's go find that again. Was it 55? Yeah, there we go. Well, see, this turned into F0. But not the racing game, unfortunately. We'll do 073 FBE equals E0. But, so, does F0 do something different than E0? I must know, chat. It didn't freeze the value again. Killing me. I just want to hear it go like swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. Do you know what I mean, chat? I just want that confirmation that, like, you know, this is working. So we had E0 before. That was behaving weirdly. But what if I freeze it as F0 since I have a sword? What does that do? It causes that weird after effect. I just don't know if that actually hits twice or not. So I have to be grounded. But then, like... want to check 2 more weapons, and then we are definitely calling it, because this went on a bit longer than I thought. But I was just kind of confused. I think chat understands why I'm confused. Oh, I hate how these items are laid out. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's not actually Chris. Alright, we're doing this when we're not in this horrible, horrible seed. I hate that I recognize the graphic, but the description was wrong. That is so horrible, chat. Where is it? I'd actually also be interested in Marcel, wherever that is. But unfortunately all the sword names are messed up. Is it not in here? I'm confused. Does it actually not have Chrysogrim? I didn't see it there. I just went through that. Oh, unless it's like higher. Be kind of dumb. Strikes twice. Oh. Does it not have Chrysogrim? Or is it just because it's so messed up it doesn't have Chrysogrim? Oh, here it is. It's a Terminus S is apparently Chrysogrim. So it's not doing it here, so if I unfreeze this... Now we have its... Okay, so let me write down this address. Again, it could be very specific, and that's why it's, like, really, really, really finicky. Like, it is literally only coded to detect those addresses, which is fine. Like, I just have to know that when I go to test later. 07407A. So, you know, we'll poke around with it, I think, more next week. But I'm just curious, if I freeze this... Yeah, I know I deleted an index. Stop telling me that and just do what I told you to do the first time. Oh, you're killing me. Don't do that to me. Okay. I just want to see. So, like, we're doing this one. See, I'm attacking with this and I don't even see it updating. That's where I get confused. Oh, they reserved... Oh, they reserved these other slots. Oh. Oh, that's horrible. I think I understand what they're doing. So, E3... equals Yatsutsuna. If I go back to the other one that I froze... Oh, no, I have no idea. You're killing me with the scrolls. This one, if I poke this and I make this E3, does this now use Yatsutsuna properly? Yes and no. Doesn't give it a hitbox. Interesting. I wish this wasn't as hard to match. There's a lot of hitboxes going on here. Is that why Yatsutsuna doesn't work? Is because it has so many different ones? Is that why Yatsutsuna's jank? If I freeze E1, for example, here. Yeah. That's 7470 number. 7A. So this... Why does this keep unfreezing? Oh. Interesting. Interesting. That's gonna require some thought. So E0 is throwable. E1 equals Yatsutsuna, damaging hitbox. But I can change this to be more than that, right? I could just change it to, like, F0 again. No, I can't. There must be something I have to do other than this to make it work. See how that's spawning the after effect? Let's unfreeze this again. So I think it is consistent, it's just... where the damage is spawning is a question. Right, I'm just looking for where it updates. Does it do it, like, lower in the list or something weird? Because I don't see anything that would look like an activator when I look at this. That's why I'm a little confused. Like, I could see these values flipping, but... I don't see, like, this value updating. So held weapons must have some kind of other nuance or jank to them that I'm just not understanding at the moment. However, I think these are the hands that are used. That determines what hand it should calculate from. So I think it's gonna require a little bit of unwinding the mystery, I guess. But that also kind of leaves me a little confused. So just one last check. If I lock in this value here, I just want to fully understand that this updates based off of what I'm holding. Because if so, it does simplify the code. Obviously, there's still more we have to kind of figure out. Well, that just straight up froze the game. Did I have a cheat on or something still? No, not core converter. Come on, I want to go eat. Just wrap it up, cheat system. There's a lot of frozen values here. I'm going to toggle them all off. And unfortunately unequip my flying weapon. I just want to do... Yeah, we'll do Chakram. Yeah, so you can see it's doing 2 different slots for it. So that one's E1. Okay, so I'm gonna write this down. 74A or 07136. Okay, activators for left and right with throwables. Leave it there for now. I'm gonna put it as a question mark. But see, this list said is E1. That's why I'm confused. So, like, why does it use E1 in some scenarios and E0 in others? That's where I'm a little confused. Like, it's just automatically using it. Like, can I swap this out for, like, Flame Boomerang, for example? Will this work? No, it won't. E2 is throwable. E2 equals Flame Boomerang. So there has to be some kind of, like... There's some kind of logic to this. Is it by, like, weapon category? Is that what this is turning into? For weapons? It's like Flame Boomerang is not in the same category as Yatsutsuna, for example. But then Flame Boomerang... well, it's also a different category than Chakram. Is there anything that would be consistent that I could test? Like... So, Chakram and the Rune Sword should be the same value. No, that one's E0. But absolute madness, chat. Yeah, this is gonna require more of a study. I need to think about this. Because this one's clearly doing, what is it, E0? Which was for the throwable earlier. Also, I just think I broke that address. Yeah, I think I can't use it anymore. I broke it. Okay, if I were to reset, that was E0, and then this one became E1, for example. example, what does it do? This will be my last check for sure. Why am I getting a nice little sparkly weapon? I can technically have 3 of these out at once. See it? Oh my gosh, can you imagine if I had infinite rune sword? That would be so sick. I dare him to approach, chat. Get cut. So what's causing it to repeat? Is it this one? No, it's not. Let me freeze this. Why did increment not work there? Very strange, chat. I was almost thinking it was spawning, like, you could almost read it as, like, an effect number, like effect 0, effect 1. Which maybe that's how it determines what hand you're using. I have to think about it a bit more. I'm going to do it after I have some food. But I think this is worth looking into again. Is I think this would technically mean what is happening, chat, is like if you activate, like, let's not think of it as the ID of the weapon. Maybe it's literally like the effect number. Because you saw I could spawn Yatsutsuna's effect that did damage. So we know there's kind of a weird overlay of colors. So it's possible it just uses 3 entities and only one of them does damage. And if I force one of them to spawn, it forces the others to spawn. So maybe it just depends on what item it has if it has more than one effect. Actually, think of it this way. That would actually make a lot of sense. So it behaves a bit differently than other ones. Because remember, chat, I threw a flame star, right? And that was E1. Right? Remember that? I threw it. We saw it was E1. I set it to E0. Because that was one of the ones that lit up. And it didn't have the flame effect. So it's possible that that is actually stands for effect number instead of an activator. And because you have a specific effect, they reserve that to behave differently. So it's not summoning an item randomly. It's based off of what you're holding. And all of the throwables have that. So in theory, one last check since I'm here. In theory, if I had like an iron ball in both hands, what does this do? Why do I hear Bible? But some of them are still off-centered for some reason. Why that summons that? I have no idea. Throw your hands in the air, chat. So, why is this now working? This wasn't working earlier. Also, this is not behaving according to what we just looked at. Oh, wait, no. So I'm sort of right, but not right. So I think what is happening is it's more complicated than that, because of course it would be. So, type of weapon held changes the activator numbers. E3 equals javelin when any throwable is held. Right? So it shouldn't matter, right? Like I could switch this out for anything that's throwable, like dynamite. Dynamite would be a good example. Correct? Oh no, bad example. That's a multi-hit. Fire boomerang. Okay, we'll do fire boomerang, which is throwing javelin because I told it to do that. Oh, that's gonna be so annoying to code. Oh no, it's both the blessing and a curse. I think I get how they did it, but it's just like, oh man. So I have to check per category which ones kind of go together. So like E2 equals boomerang. I don't remember what E1 and E0 equals. I might as well as write them down since I'm here. I was originally just about to stop, as I said before. I'm very hungry, but I feel like this is important enough that I really, really do not want to go back in the VOD for this, as this is actually progress. I still don't know what E0 is. It's something, I just don't know what it is. I'm just gonna put question marks for these. So, like, I should be able to cycle through these, because Iron Ball we know is, 5. 4 doesn't... 4 must be a sub-effect. It could be, like, the flame portion of one of them. Okay, we know E5 is Iron Ball, for sure. So it actually detects what you have. Oh, that is gonna be so hard to code, because I have to consider every single combination of held items. Oh my gosh, what a nightmare. Yeah, it's gonna take forever to code, but it's doable. It's just really horrible. Let's see what else we can summon. At least if you're in a category, you should be able to see what else can be done. E6 doesn't do anything. E7 doesn't. E8 does something. He seemed to do anything. I'm gonna make this F0. See what this does. I hear it, but I don't see it. That's the dynamite explosion. It's just very big because I guess it's not scaled properly. And F2 also does it? Why is that? Oh, that's too weird. Okay, I don't know why sets of 10 also do it. But anyway, I'll think about that, what that means. I need time to digest that. And speaking of digesting, chat, I think it is time to end the YouTube video. I'm going to go get lunch, but we'll do an official sign off for the stream in just a few minutes. Yeah, I'm going to stop to eat. So hopefully you enjoyed what you saw so far. I think this is going to be a lot of fixes and a lot of door functionality being added. So we could safely say that things are going fairly well, as this is a big breakthrough. Potentially, we'll take a look at potions and things like that to see how they're spawned, because we have seen the neutron bomb effect, for example, spawn, but it didn't do damage. But that doesn't mean we can't replicate it, because we've seen that, you know, maybe it just needs 2 different things to spawn at once in order to work properly. Which would make sense, because some attacks are like 4 or 5 hitboxes, or they have graphics. So we're possibly just looking at like half the picture. So we're going to think about it a bit more. I don't know if we'll do that immediately on Saturday. I think I might be more focused on testing the changes Saturday. But it's at least good leeway into making throwables usable. Because hey, it'd be better to have some than none. And we'll figure out where it goes from there. But I think for now, we're going to say goodbye to YouTube. Thanks for watching, YouTube, and if you caught it there, hope to see you again next time.